Hi, this is Paul Palmer and Natasha. Natasha,
Hi.
Natasha Todorovic-Cowan. And today we're going to talk about planning. Planning for change. The environment we're in at the moment is significantly biased towards change and improvement, I suppose, really. So the change that we're undergoing in the UK, the change that we're undergoing in America, and probably globally to do with the
Everywhere. It's
everywhere.
nonstop. It's relentless. It's chaotic. We don't know whether we're up, we're down, we're all around, whether it's left or right or whatever. It's insane.
Well, it's changed. I think the problem for me is that it's change for this. I don't suppose it's for the sake of change, but because they really don't know what to do.
Yeah. No, I think a lot of people are experimenting. I think a lot of people are talking about pivoting, and I hate that term, Paul, because it means people are spinning around in place, hoping that the spinning is going to get them walking in the right direction forward.
I've been talking about pivoting myself.
Well, look, there's adapting, and then there's being resilient in the face of change, and then there's the things that are the eternal non-negotiables that'll always be there,
Mm.
right? So we've got to figure out what's actually changing and what's going to continue, and be resilient in the face of these changes, because sometimes we just have to withstand things. Sometimes we do have to plan, and sometimes you could do all the planning in the world and it's not going to work because something throws a monkey wrench into things.
Mm. For me, I want to put whatever plans, whatever changes I need in place so that I can work remotely. I much prefer being able to work in my home office than having to go on site constantly. Um, it's
That's funny because I miss the people and I miss going on site.
Yeah, I don't. I don't miss it at all. Um,
Really?
no, I think the thing for me going on site is everybody wants something all the time, constantly, and then you end up when they've all gone home doing what you needed to do that day, whether it's a review of some records, some documents, whether it's batch release, whether it's something else. You get to the end of the day and you've still got your work to do.
Mm.
And okay, you've helped a lot of people during the day and you resolve their problems, which, to be honest, I can do a lot of the time from home the same.
Mm.
And because
So
I'm gone,
I know information can be exchanged remotely, but there is something about the quality of a relationship
mm,
where you are face to face, heart to heart, mind to mind, that can't be remote. And that's a piece I miss.
yeah, and it's a difficult balance because I agree. It is you do get more output faster, better quality being there. Um,
And there's nothing that can replace, in the heat and the heart and the chaos of change, there's nothing that can replace knowing there's still somebody there who's got your back, knowing that that person you rely on is going to be there, and that you're going to be able to lean into the joy of a particular relationship. And that's something that can be eternal. I think that's the stuff that you have to plan to preserve in the midst of change.
yeah, and you have to recognize that as you make the change, you have to bring the people with you. I think one of the key things that I've found throughout my career is things go wrong when you don't bring the people along. And if
Yeah.
you don't plan for change, if you don't plan for an update to a system, for a change in working practices, you get attrition. But if
Well,
you,
Paul, what I'm really excited about and just very happy that we're not doing is we're not doing it's 2021. Now get your goals done, right?
yeah, there's quite a few of them available at the moment.
Everybody's doing that,
Yeah,
right? Why plans don't work is exactly what you're talking about. The attrition, the people aren't brought along. And you know what? There are going to be these random things happening in the universe that we can't predict. So the implementation is where the planning always fails. The plans were great on paper, but actually doing it, that's where you have to get the human stuff aligned.
yeah, but I think a lot of the time the reason the plans on paper don't succeed is because nobody reviews them. You might be, say you've got a 3-year plan. How often do you review it? Well, you don't review it at the end of 3 years. You've got to do it at periods in between, and I've learned that from project management. I did when was it? Back in 97, I think. 98 sometime. I was managing a project where we were integrating a new company or a new company and products within our company. And the only reason it worked, the only reason time that we progressed was when we had the interface, when we had the review. What's happened? Okay, we've done this. What do we need to do next? What do we need to achieve? Okay, let's do this. And that's when we move forward. And they asked me a question, well, shall we do it this way or shall we do it that way? And I said, and somebody said, oh, well, the goal is to do it by this date, so we'll leave it 2 weeks. And I said, no, let's not leave it 2 weeks. Let's just get on with it. And we'll do it early and put it to market early. We made an extra 150K. So plans are good, but you need to review them. Plan for success and then make it even better.
I like it. So, Paul, it's time to plan and plan well and plan for change and plan for the people.
Yes. And once we've got the plan in place, to keep reviewing it. Okay, Natasha, thank you. I'll talk to you again soon. That's Paul Palmer and Natasha Todorovic Cowan talking about planning.